Once upon a time, in a small and peaceful village, surrounded by green fields and tall trees, lived a beautiful girl named Emily. She had bright blue eyes and golden hair that shined under the sun. Her family was poor, but they were happy. They lived in a small wooden house with a garden full of flowers. Emily loved reading books and dreamed of a better life beyond the village. One day, Emily went to the village market to buy some food. The market was busy, filled with the smell of fresh bread and the sound of people talking. While looking at colorful fruits, she met a boy named John. John was tall and handsome, with dark hair and a kind smile. Unlike Emily, he came from a rich family. His parents owned a big house with a beautiful garden and large fields. Emily and John quickly became friends. They talked for hours, sharing their thoughts and dreams. They liked to walk through the golden wheat fields and along the riverbank, where the water sparkled under the sky. John told Emily about his dreams of traveling the world, and Emily shared her hope of learning more and having a better future. They felt close to each other, as if they had known each other forever. One day, as they sat under an old oak tree, John took Emily's hands and looked into her eyes. "Emily, I love you. Will you marry me?" he asked. Emily's heart filled with joy, and she smiled brightly. "Yes, John, I love you too." They hugged, dreaming of a future together, but their happiness did not last long. When John told his parents about Emily, they were furious. "You cannot marry a poor girl," his father said. "She is not suitable for you." John tries to convince them that love is more important than money, but they refuse to accept Emily. His mother warned him, "If you marry her, we will not support you." Heartbroken, John went to Emily and told her everything. "I cannot live without you," he said, his voice shaking. "But my parents will never accept us." Tears filled Emily's eyes. "I love you, John, but I don't want to cause trouble for you. We have to let go." They hugged and cried, knowing that their love was strong, but the world was against them. They promised to always support each other as friends, even though their hearts were broken. Emily stayed in the village, working hard to help her family. She took care of her parents and helped her neighbors. The villagers loved her because she was kind and generous. John, too, continued his life, helping with his family's business. But he never forgot Emily. One day, Emily's father became very sick. She stayed by his side, taking care of him day and night, praying for his recovery. When John heard about it, he immediately went to her house. "Emily, I am sorry to hear about your father. Can I help?" he asked. Emily was touched by his kindness. "Thank you, John. Your support means a lot to me." John brought medicine and food, and slowly, Emily's father got better. She was deeply grateful. "John, you have such a big heart. Thank you for helping us." John smiled. "Emily, I will always be here for you." They spent more time together, talking about their dreams and hopes. Though they knew they still loved each other, they also knew that John's parents would never approve. They decided to remain friends. One day, John had to leave for the city to work. Before he left, he told Emily, "I have to go, but I will write to you." Emily felt sad but understood. I will miss you, John. Please take care. John hugged her. I will miss you too. I'll come back soon. In the city, John worked hard, learning new skills and building his career. He wrote letters to Emily, telling her about the busy streets, tall buildings, and exciting things he was learning. Emily wrote back, sharing stories about the village and how much she missed him. Their letters kept their connection alive. Years passed, and John became successful. He saved money and helped his family, but he never forgot Emily. She too thought about him every day. One day, John finally returned to the village. He knocked on Emily's door, and when she opened it, she gasped in surprise. John, you're back! John smiled. Yes, Emily, I missed you. They talked for hours, laughing and sharing memories. Then John took a deep breath and said, Emily, I still love you. I want to be with you. Emily's heart pounded with happiness, but she was also worried. John, I love you too, but what about your parents? John took her hands. I have saved enough money. I can support us. I don't need my parents' approval anymore. Emily was touched by his determination. John, I am proud of you. But are you sure? John nodded. Emily, you are my happiness. I want to be with you. Finally, Emily and John decided to be together. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they were ready to face the challenges. They got married in a small ceremony with their friends and Emily's family. Her family was happy for her because they knew John was a good man. However, John's parents refused to attend the wedding. Despite this, Emily and John did not let anything stop them. They moved to the city and started a new life. They worked hard and supported each other, even when they faced difficulties. Their love kept them strong. As long as they had each other, they could overcome anything. Years passed, and Emily and John built a happy life together. They had children and taught them the values of love, kindness, and determination. Though John's parents had once rejected Emily, over time, they saw how happy John was and finally accepted her. Emily and John grew old together, looking back on their journey with happiness and pride. They knew that their love had made them stronger and better people. They were grateful for each other and the life they had built together. And so, Emily and John lived happily ever after, always cherishing the love they shared. They knew that true love never dies and found peace in the knowledge that their love had made their lives meaningful and beautiful. As the years went by, their children grew up and started their own families. Emily and John became loving grandparents, sharing stories of their youth and the challenges they had overcome. They often sat together on their porch, watching the sunset and holding hands, knowing they had lived a life filled with love and courage. Even in their old age, their love never faded. When Emily fell ill, John stayed by her side, just as she had once cared for her father. He held her hand every day, reminding her of their beautiful life together. Emily, you are my heart, he whispered. With a gentle smile, Emily replied, and you are mine, John. When Emily passed away peacefully, John felt a deep sorrow, but he knew their love would live on forever. He spent his remaining days cherishing their memories, knowing that true love never dies. And so, their love story became a legend in the village, inspiring generations to believe in the power of love, resilience, and the strength to follow one's heart. Their journey proved that love is not measured by wealth or status, but by the depth of the heart and the willingness to stand by each other no matter the obstacles.